The headliner is one of the most important parts of the vehicle to clean when you're dealing with smoke. It's difficult to clean, but it will smell if you don't clean it properly. Best thing we found to use is a chemical gun or the steamer. In both cases, you have to stay away from it and you can't get too close, because if you do and the glue gets saturated, it's going to release. So you have to be very careful when you're doing that. All right. Another thing I noticed too, they cleaned the windows. They did a good job of cleaning the windows, but the trim around the window had nicotine residue on it. Another thing I noticed, behind the seats. We were getting a lot of residue from behind the seat. Underneath the seat, all this area had residue on it. And way underneath the seat here at the top was very dirty. The carpet itself, whoever cleaned this did a decent job cleaning the carpet. There was not a lot of residue that came up. But I did notice that they didn't fold these seats when they were cleaning it, because right along here, as I showed in that picture on Facebook, there was a nicotine stain on here. And I cleaned that up with the steam cleaner and the chemical gun. Underneath here I noticed too, underneath the front seats, I'm not sure if they put the seats all the way forward or not. When we clean it, we put the seats completely forward as far as they'll go. We get in there with the chemical gun and the steam cleaner, and reach up as far as we possibly can. I'm going to show you now what we were working on in the front. Okay, it's also important too that you clean all these pockets. Any pockets, door pockets, anywhere that you can reach. You have to make sure you wipe that out thoroughly and clean it after you go through with the chemical gun and the steam cleaner. If you don't, the smell is just going to come back. I know it's tough to clean these vehicles, but if you don't have the proper equipment and you don't have the right products, don't even attempt it, because you're just wasting your time. Make sure, if it's got a sunroof, get right in there and clean all that trim underneath, because I found there was nicotine all inside of there. That's not easy to clean either. The visors were missed. The backs of the visors were dirty. We cleaned all of those. Make sure you clean the mirrors, the trim around the mirror. Okay. There's a lot of different nooks and crannies in these vehicles. Up at the top edge of the carpet wasn't cleaned properly. Down at the bottom was good, but up at the edge, there was smoke residue that came off, and on the sides of the console. For the front, we cleaned the vents out. All right. Now I used a steam cleaner and a chemical gun in there and blew everything forward. Before I did that, I removed the cabin filter. Okay. On this vehicle, it's located behind the glove boxes. On every vehicle, it's different. On this one, it was pretty straightforward. So we removed that before we even started, so we wouldn't contaminate the filter. When I pulled it, I realized it was filthy dirty, so we threw it away, put a brand new filter in there, sprayed it down with some black frost from Chemical Guys. That way there, it'll eliminate any odors that are still in the ventilation system. We ran the ozone machine in this vehicle after we steam cleaned it and chemical cleaned the whole inside of this vehicle. We ran an ozone machine in it for 8 hours. The reason for this is the ozone machine can get everywhere that the smoke can get. So it will help clean that smell out of the car. It's not a permanent solution, because if the vehicle gets damp, or you get in the vehicle with wet pants on or wet shorts in the summertime, if you're going swimming and stuff like that, you may get the smell coming back out of the foam. Now that's something you're going to have to deal with. So try and keep it as dry as possible, because if the vehicle gets damp inside, that smell may come back again. All right, then you'll need another ozone treatment. Once we did the ozone treatment, what we did was we conditioned all these seats here, all the leather inside on the door. Okay, we conditioned all the plastic. Everything inside this vehicle was conditioned. We used natural shine, and we used ammo mousse inside here. Okay, they're good products. Now the reason we went with the Moose is it tends to last a long time, and it's got a really strong leather smell to it. We do have a Chemical Guy leather conditioner that we use, but because we want a little bit stronger smell, that's what we went for. Now we did use a Chemical Guy air freshener inside. Like I said, we use a black frost for the cabin filter, but in the rest of the vehicle, like underneath the seats, we sprayed leather scent. Okay, and it's the strongest odor eliminator that Chemical Guys carries. So we went through this whole vehicle, and this was actually a 10-hour service for this vehicle. Now I know a lot of places can't afford to spend that kind of time because they're not set up for it. But like I said, if you don't have the equipment and you don't have the products, don't attempt this job, because it's a very difficult job, and it's very hard to make somebody happy, because if they can smell that after you clean it, they're not going to be happy with you at all. So as you can see, this vehicle is spotless, and believe it or not, it smells as good as it looks. So all you can smell in this right now is just leather. That's all you can smell. It smells like the seats were just made and it just rolled out of the factory. That's what you want. You don't want any other smell in the vehicle when you're done cleaning it. All right, it's all nice and fresh. So anyways, that's it for the video. I hope I covered everything with you guys. Like I said, the ozone machine, the chemical gun, and the steamer, it's going to run you right around $1,000 for those 3 pieces of equipment. But it's well worth it, because if you don't have the equipment, and like I said, and you don't have the product, don't bother tackling this job, because you're not going to be happy, and the customer is definitely not going to be happy. All right, if you want to try out the Chemical Guy products, we love them. Just go to our website, www.extremecarcleaning.com, and click on the links below. There's a link there for Chemical Guys, there's one for mothers, and there's also one for ammo. So if you want to try any of those products, click on there. There's other videos that we have. We show the different products that we use and explain a little bit about them. There's a walkthrough of the shop. We show you the chemical gun. All right, so yeah, that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.